Hi, and welcome to this collective healing tapping video where we lean into the uncomfortable feelings, feel them, and release them. Yeah, these are all such human feelings: anxiety, fear, grief, anger. Yeah, such incredibly deep experiences if we let ourselves go there. And so I invite you to join me in this journey of feeling your feelings and, yeah, releasing it and just being with whatever comes up. Yeah, to begin, I like to open up the lymph nodes and, yeah, get the energy flowing under the arms. I just did that right here. Yeah, if you feel inclined to do so, just give yourself a little massage of love. And right here also, a neck massage, shoulder massage, just really being tender with yourself, being tender with ourselves, and yeah, just relaxing, taking some deep breaths to really ease us into and prepare us for tapping together. Also slowing the pace down of the day. It's such a beautiful way of reconnecting with our bodies. I'm going to take 2 deep breaths and start our tapping session. As I start tapping through the meridian points, the top of the head, starting at the crown, just connecting to all the things that come up throughout the day, that the way that the world is, the way that society is structured, sometimes we don't have a lot of space to just be and just feel our feelings. And shifting to tapping between the brows. Sometimes I long to reconnect with my body, and I don't often have that pathway or that habit. And I really long for that habit. Just being with that longing of wanting connection with ourselves and other people. As we shift to tapping the brow, the side of the eyebrow and the temple. Feel free to go at your own pace and space, tapping as well. Yes, sometimes the rhythms of life conflict with the rhythms of my body, and I mourn that. I mourn the gap between the busyness and hustle of the day and what is truly inside my heart and wants to be expressed. Shifting to the cheekbone, but again, tap at whatever pace is good for you. I know that taking moments out of the day can feel really uncomfortable. It may seem like we're doing nothing. And at the same time, there's a feeling that it's a sacred time to reconnect with our ancient wisdom, our collective knowing. And there's some space and peace around that. And letting go of how things should be. And anything that has solidified as a mistake. Just connecting with whatever is alive. It shows up the way it shows up. And there's beauty in that. There's beauty in the unfolding of this perfectly imperfect moment, and these moments throughout the day that invite us to observe without judgment. Tapping the upper lip, and again going at your own pace and tapping whatever place feels good for you. There's these feelings of anxiety that sometimes pop up throughout the day. And there might be a push to just suppress and convince ourselves and talk ourselves out of feeling that and tell ourselves different stories that we don't need to be feeling anxious or fear or sadness, that we need to toughen up and move on, let go. And that tender spot that I'm feeling around all those emotions that are inviting authenticity and presence and pulling at our hearts to give them some acknowledgement. Shifting to the chin, and again, tapping at the pace and place that you want. Oh, those feelings are bringing up tears for me. And if tears arise, or even just a subtle sadness or subtle movement of any sort in our bodies, it's an invite to embrace whatever is coming up. It's not right or wrong. It just is. It's part of being alive in this moment, and just embracing all of that energy, however it shows up. Shifting to the collarbone, and again at the place and space that you want to, and pace. There might be energy shifting and a lifting, this gifting and beauty inside of us that's awakening. It's so beautiful and alive, and how painful it is to be judged, those emotions that are not in the category of socially acceptable, in the category of bad, these emotions of anxiousness and being scared, feeling timid. They're asking to be seen, and the pain that it must be to just imagining all the emotions being labeled as bad and wanting to release those emotions from that prison and liberate them from that label. Just view them as emotions giving us information. Yeah. Just soothing, self-soothing in any way that feels good to you, or continuing to tap whatever place, at whatever pace you like. As I shift myself to tapping the side of the hand, I feel the energy of where my fingertips have touched my body. And it's more evidence that I'm alive. I'm connecting with myself. I'm connecting with a vision, this purpose in my body. I'm getting clarity around it just by connecting with myself and taking the time to gift and to spend with myself. Yes. And as those emotions are being liberated and have been liberated, and it's a process, sometimes they'll end up in the category of bad again. And be suppressed. And it's that noticing of that cycle that is the most precious gift that we can give ourselves. That these emotions carry wisdom and poetry and love. And just continuing to tap at the spaces and the pace that you want. It's a revolutionary act to feel where the anxiety is in our bodies. So I invite all of us to sense into what that anxiety, where it is in our bodies. Is there a place, as we tap gently, just a gentle invite, and no pressure to do so at all. If it brings up, if it brings up pain that's overwhelming, it's just always honoring our bodies and listening to the wisdom within, and that's different for everyone. And even as I speak, if there's wisdom in your body that's telling you that you want to move in a certain way, or sway, or pause, or move on to the next thing in your day, or yeah, just honor all of that. Honor all of that deep wisdom within you. The more we connect with our own inner knowing, the more energy we're liberating and freeing up in the world. And that's contributing so deeply to this collective awakening and this healing that many of us are feeling. This depth of what a beautiful vision it is to be in togetherness alongside the mourning of the gaps. And just feeling into that. Possibly it might even bring up fear of the unknown, because there's so much tension, there's so much conflict, and so much pain, that stepping into this healing and vision of a world where we're all connected and together feels so raw and uncomfortable and new. And just tapping that vision into our bodies. And thanking those emotions, thanking them for bringing so much aliveness, thanking them for existing, thanking them for being there even though we've tried to do away with them and suppress them. Thanking them for the message that they carry. And allowing them to float as far away and as close as they want to be. Just observing the distance between those emotions and ourselves, and knowing that we are not our emotions, that these emotions flow through us as energy to give us information about what's happening inside of us in relation to the world, in relation to our relationships. Just gently envisioning this space between the emotion and ourselves, and however that might show up. Maybe the emotion flies away, maybe the emotion comes back, or maybe the emotion just circles around as it flies. It's not quite landing as heavy as it was before. And maybe the emotion has shifted color, shifted texture, shifted this just this feeling of how it feels, the heaviness or lightness, and just practicing being with our emotions. Is such a healing thing to do in the world. So as we wrap up, I'm going to take a few deep breaths and honor you for doing this huge, creative, and courageous work of leaning into the unknown and the depths of our soul and our bodies, and reconnecting to this this wisdom of the ages, this timeless beauty that is all of us. Thank you for spending this time together. Yeah, sending you a lot of love and togetherness as you move throughout your day. Maybe we could take one more collective breath together as I close out this session. Yes, honoring the divinity within you and me. Namaste.